I didn't ruin my own wedding. My husband and his mother did, but somehow everyone says I'm the selfish one. I'm 26, and before we got married, my mother-in-law always treated me like I was stealing her son. Every decision had to go through her, and my husband always said that's just how she is, so I tried to ignore it. A week before our wedding, she casually told me she'd found the perfect dress. When she showed me the picture, my heart dropped. It was a floor-length white dress covered in lace that honestly looked more expensive than my wedding gown. I laughed because I thought she was joking. She wasn't. I told my husband there was no way his mom could wear white to our wedding. He said it wasn't a big deal because everyone would know who the bride was. I asked him to talk to her, but he refused, saying he didn't want unnecessary drama. On the wedding day, she arrived wearing the exact dress from the photo, and people actually started complimenting her before I even walked into the venue. One guest even asked if she was the bride because she looked so dressed up. I was embarrassed, but I stayed quiet because I didn't want to ruin the ceremony. During the reception, my mother-in-law stood up for a speech and said no woman will ever love my son as much as I do. Half the room laughed while I just sat there in shock. I looked at my husband expecting him to say something, but he smiled and hugged her instead. Then she asked the photographer for pictures of just the two of them cutting the wedding cake before I even had my turn. My husband agreed without asking me. That was the moment I walked outside to calm down. Instead of checking on me, my husband stayed inside dancing with his mom for almost 40 minutes. When I finally came back, my wedding cake had already been cut, and most of the guests thought I'd disappeared because I was emotional. After the honeymoon, I told my husband I wanted marriage counseling. He said I was making a huge issue out of one dress and one speech. Then I found out something that made everything worse. My mother-in-law had personally approved the seating chart, the menu, and even our first dance song because my husband had been secretly asking for her opinion during the entire wedding planning process without ever telling me. He admitted he didn't want to upset either of us, so he just agreed with whoever he spoke to last. Now his family says I'm jealous of the relationship he has with his mom, while my friends say he never acted like a husband on our wedding day. My husband keeps insisting I should let it go, because you only get married once. But I can't stop thinking that on the one day that was supposed to be about us, he spent more time making his mother happy than standing up for his wife. So was I wrong for telling him I won't stay married unless he finally sets boundaries with his mom, AITA,